Yeah, John, and today was also the day that OPEC released its world oil outlook, basically its annual look at energy markets, about 350 pages long. We read it, so you don't have to. Let's pluck out some of the key findings. Number one, OPEC, along with others, by the way, sees huge energy growth coming over the next 25 years. Energy demand up 23%. Why? Because population's growing. They see almost 10 billion people on the planet in 25 years. That's going to jack up global economic growth. Somebody call Steve Leishman. 378 whatever trillion dollars, whatever the number is, all from 171 trillion. That's going to help drive all forms of energy demand. But here's what's surprising. OPEC is very bullish, as you said before the break, on renewables. Yes, the Organization for Petroleum Exporting Countries, also bullish, not just on oil and gas, but on wind, solar, and hydrogen. In fact, look at this graphic, the far right. That is other renewables. OPEC, the oil group, sees more growth in renewables than any other form of energy, singular, over the next 25 years. Earlier today, we chatted with the CEO of Baker Hughes, Lorenzo Simonelli, and I asked him about Baker Hughes's opportunity in hydrogen.
We play a critical role in providing compressors, turbines, and the equipment that's required for hydrogen. In fact, today we already have a hydrogen-ready gas turbine. We already have compression that's utilized in facilities such as NEOM, which is a hydrogen facility. And we see hydrogen being part of the energy mix going forward. And you heard from Saudi Arabia, they're investing heavily, and we see Saudi Arabia playing a big role in hydrogen expansion in the future.
Now, Simonelli being here is one reason we are here. Listen, we understand there's a lot of strong views about OPEC. There's been no OPEC, no PEC bills floating around the U.S. Congress for decades. We understand it. There's a lot of strong opinions. One of the reasons we're here is to try to bring OPEC a little bit more into the light, if you will. The CEOs are here, try to figure out what this group is really all about. And Bob McNally, who is at Rapidan, he's a known guest on an energy person on CNBC. Bob McNally explained that the oil markets would actually be a lot more volatile if it wasn't for this group. Listen.
The only thing worse than OPEC managing the oil market is OPEC not managing the oil market. Why is that? Because when there's no swing producer, you get wild boom-bust price volatility. Did Americans enjoy $143 a barrel in 2008? I don't think so. We ran out of spare capacity, as we did in 1972. Did the shale oil industry enjoy negative $37 in May of 2020? I don't think they did. President Trump didn't. President Trump abdicated decades of hatred and loathing of OPEC to become an OPEC Achievement Award winner that year by begging OPEC Plus to cut production to save shale. So when you don't have a swing producer, you get oil price volatility, and that oil price volatility is unbearable, not only for consumers, for producers, for governments alike.
So you can have your views on OPEC. I certainly get it. But what you can't have a view on is that energy demand is not going to grow. You can disagree, John and Kelly, on how much it's going to grow. OPEC obviously sees a lot of energy demand growth, much of that, yes, coming from oil and gas. But, guys, I know that we talk about AI and, John, Amazon Web Services, hyperscalers, AI demand growth, certainly also part of that whole scenario, which is use it all, except for coal, by the way, which they see declining rapidly over the next 25 years.